ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality.
Okay, Coach, well, this place can get downright loud when the roof is closed, and that's the situation here today at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Let's one. Pick off. Right there. 54 Mike.
Mariota on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
No. Grace don't travel. Three. Smoke. One.
On play action, Mariota. And right away, he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession.
Mike 54, I 7, let's go.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second and 10. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Be ready, Charlie. Switch. 25, check 25. Check. Ready.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Looking left side, and it's complete. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Now Mariota. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota buying time to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
Keep it up, guys. Patrick. One. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Watch out. Check Mike 54.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Letting one go deep for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second and 9 now.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Joe Mixon, 68 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Colts pick it up, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off. That is caught at the 7.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line. 61. Matchbox, right. Check out 3. Showing it. 80 weapon. 80 weapons. Go.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Joe Mixon, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that
under pressure, they got him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Being chased out left. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Mixon. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Say. Check nine.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. He's going to let it go deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Let's go. General, flash. 90, full.
What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Ready.
Now back to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll set up to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 55 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. Mariota escaping the pressure right. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Single receiver.
Mariota to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Mike 54. One.
You got nothing.
One. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Mariota. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is going to come up well short as they stop them on 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Small.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
58, right over there, right? Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Tackles.
6, ready, go.
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So now the Texans offense back onto the field. They'll line up and go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's go.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Colts.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
It's going to be a long day. Chopper. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw here. Catch made here by Campbell. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears. Watch out.
Where are they, team?
Twist.
3. 1.
To throw Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
He dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Mike, 58, right there.
They'll set up a throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Check it back.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check 50. Check 52.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First down, Mariota. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike's fighting.
Throwing is Mariota. And he's going to go down again.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Third and long here for Mariota. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Three.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Keep playing.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. He's alpha. He's checking. Crash, crash. Rush in, rush in, rush in. My 5. They gonna need some therapy after that.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota flushed out right. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Mariota now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Indianapolis, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm PPP, time to bring the bass bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss is. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm PPP, time to bring the bass bird.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstayed it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, joke like Chappelle Show.